Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Buhay Bahayan, PHLV Radio. All right, my name is Francis and my co-host, Miss Mia Casino.
Hello
Very,
everyone! Happy
very festive
Wednesday!
Filipiniana Christmas.
Ha! Late na.
So it's a Merry
For
Christmas and a
this is
Happy New Year
for
to
next year.
everyone. Yeah, this is our first live show after the new year. So Happy New Year to one and all. And we're back again for part 2 of the Rise of Esports. And we have our special guest, Mr. Morris. He is now back live on Zoom, back on Buhay Bahayan. How are you, Mr. Morris?
I'm great. Happy to be back, and thank you for having me on again. It sounds like the good news is hopefully the last one went well enough to invite me back. So good.
I know this is actually pretty exciting because now we can see your actual live. Is it the classroom? Right, is where you're at right now.
Yeah. So we call it our arena.
Arena.
So just like how a karate studio has their studio, or jiu-jitsu studio has their dojo. We call our esports venue, we call it our arena. So that this is where the kids practice, where they train, where they compete, and when they learn to grow their skills in esports.
Ah, very good. So give us an overview again. I know we touched the Rise of Esports last time. We only touched like very surface of it, and so kind of give us an overview briefly as to what it entails, or what is it all about, and what's the whole purpose of having this business that you started.
Yeah. So as I shared before, esports globally is one of the fastest growing sports in the world, but domestically, here in the United States, we've had a difficult time scaling at the pace of where it's grown internationally. And esports is just like any competitive sport. The difference is it's played electronically, but it has all the same elements of what you would typically have in traditional sports. It's highly competitive. It's strategic. You're up against other people in certain matches or in a competitive field, and it really gives gamers the opportunity to really challenge themselves both mentally, but also challenges themselves to work as a team. In some of the games that they play, you actually work as teams to compete. But there are many different competitive games within esports. We train on 9 of those top games. And really what we do in our facility is that we are I would say, youth training center for professional gamers to come in to learn the art to become a professional gamer. So we typically focus on kids between the age of 5 and 17. We bring them in. We conduct an assessment on all of our gamers. Our gamers are then determined what division they are placed in. And then we also place them on a team. So immediately all of our members get placed on an esports team. And then with them being on that team, they're also giving an esports coach. And that coach is responsible for not only ensuring their growth and development within the game, they help them work together with their competitive team members. And then they also help them compete in our league as well. And so our kids not only train together, they socialize, but they also compete every single week in a league that we also host. It's called our Valhalla Esports League. Our league runs 4 times a year. We have a summer, spring, fall, and winter league. Right now, we are in our winter league competition. And our kids compete against other teams across the United States and across the world within that league. And so we help our kids learn how to compete on those platforms, hopefully win championships, and then graduate to the next level. We have 5 divisions. We have divisions 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our level 5 division is typically for our beginners. Our division 4 is for our novice. Division 3 is for intermediates. Division 2 is for our pros, and then Division 1 is for our elite players. But our goal
Wow.
is to help our players graduate to that Division One. And once they make it to that level, we really work hard at connecting all of our members and all of our kids to colleges and universities who are looking for competitive players to play for the universities and their teams. And right now, there are over
Wow.
300 universities that are that are looking to provide scholarships to competitive players to compete for their teams. So we're like that gateway to help our kids get there. I call us like the Little League Baseball for baseball. We're Little League we're
Yeah.
Little League Esports for esports.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask. So from 5 to 17 years of age, so they can get, well, of course, different levels from 5 to 17. They would compete to their age range, or is it skill level?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, it's based on skill level. And the great thing about esports and what I love about it, it is completely agnostic, right? So it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter your height, your weight, none of that matters. A lot of that matters in other sports like American football, international football, basketball, baseball. Gender and age all kind of makes a difference to what level you compete in. But in esports, all of those things are neutralized. The only thing that matters in esports is the time and the equipment you have, and internet too. Good internet makes a big difference. So it's as long as you have good internet, as long as you have the equipment, and as long as you invested the time to learn how to compete, anyone can compete. Now we do maintain age ranges within our league only because typically when you see professional gamers who are over the age of 18, because they are adults, they have unlimited time to train, practice, and prepare. Where our kids, because they have school, they have homework,
School, yeah.
they
Right.
have responsibilities at home, they're not given as much time. So we want to make certain that the kids that compete in our league, they are competing with other kids who have the same amount of time to practice, train, and learn. But we get them ready so that way when they do turn 18 and they are afforded more time to train and practice their craft, they are already at an advantage because they've been trained underneath a coach, a mentor, and a team. So that way, a lot of those behaviors translate over to them as they grow up.
Yeah, you mentioned Little League Baseball. I would like to try to explain it to our audience in layman's terms. Like, so esports is pretty similar to having a member or like a varsity team, part of a league, baseball, whether it be basketball, but it's virtual.
Yeah. Yeah.
And universities are accrediting this one. If you have a certain skill level that you've completed or achieved, what kind of games do the actual players play? That was my actual question. Is it baseball specific, or what kind of sport games, or what kind of games do they play, the students?
Yeah, great question. I mean, there are hundreds of games that can be played within the world of esports. Now, the games so to your point, baseball can be an esports competitive game. What they call Madden football or NCAA football is also another game, a sports game that most people are familiar with, that people can compete in. But then you also have games such as Rocket League, Valorant, League of Legends, Apex.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the list goes on and on. There are even Tetris. Tetris is a competitive esports game. So there are a bunch of games, even mobile games. So like mobile games such as Dungeons and Dragons or Magic the Gathering, or some of those games that you can play on your phone. Those are some of those games online. Even Call of Duty or PUBG Mobile. Those are considered esports games. So there are hundreds of games that anyone can compete in online. Now, the games that we train our kids on the top 9 competitive games. So games like Fortnite, Rocket League, League of Legends, Valorant, Apex, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, Rainbow Six Siege. Those are the games we train in to help our kids learn how to compete. Those are some of the top games that across the world people compete in, and so we want to make certain that our kids and our youth are being exposed to some of those, I would say, world-renowned games that people look for. But to your point, or to your question around how this compares to like Little League Baseball, it's very much like traditional sports. Again, just like when you play Little League Baseball, you based on your amount of time you can spend playing the game, that's what helps you get better. And so when you're in a organized, I would say, environment like Little League, it really helps develop that young, talented person into a professional. You're giving them the skills at an early age as to what it takes to become a professional. And so as those kids grow up through Little League, they are building these skills that transfers over to collegiate. So that way, when they play college baseball, and they now have to invest more time into the art, into the skills, into the abilities to be a talented college player, they can do that. And then again, those skills translates over to pro baseball. And so from there, now as a major league player, where you can spend all day long training and preparing yourself to play at the major league level, a lot of those core behaviors in baseball start at that Little League level and continue to graduate over time. So we're looking to do the exact same thing here, where at an early age, at a youth age, we're teaching them the skills, the behaviors, the practice that has to go into becoming a professional. And then when they get to college, they can hone those skills and develop them even more, which will then later on transfer over to them becoming professionals. But again, we wanted to start at an early age, and we're starting it here at Valhalla.
Wow. The name of the company is Valhalla, right?
Yes.
Valhalla.
Yes, Valhalla Esports Training.
So I know, Mia, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. I know Mia had a question last time regarding, I think we had a question last time. The reason why you started this one was seeing the some sort of degrading lifestyle of video games. That's why, it's degrading the social, family aspects of family and kids behavior. So this is, I know you mentioned this before, but this is one of the reasons why you started this one, was not to make video games more of a negative factor in a child or in a family setting. Mia, did you have I know you had a question regarding that. Do you want to add to that?
Actually, I have a different question. Is there a fee to join to become a member, and a monthly fee?
Yeah, there is a monthly membership fee, very similar to like if you were to sign up for a karate studio or a jiu-jitsu. You pay for a monthly membership, and then you get access to the venue. Same here. You pay for a monthly membership. We have 3 different tiers to our monthly membership. We have a bronze level, which is typically for beginning gamers, which can be anywhere between $120 to $150 a month. That gives them not only dedicated coaching, it gives them a dedicated day of practice, and it gives them a dedicated day of competition. We have our silver level, which gives them multiple games that they can compete in. A lot of times when a gamer starts off, they typically like to play just one game. But as their skills evolve, they start to identify other games that their skills can transfer over to. And when that comes, and they move up to our silver level. And in that way, they can compete in multiple games, which now they're going to have multiple practices and multiple coaching sessions. And then our final level, which is our gold level, that's typically for our members who want to not only learn multiple games, but they also want to learn all the other environments that come along with esports, such as content creation. A lot of our gamers not only want to be professional gamers, but they want to be professional streamers. And so we teach them how to create their own streaming channels. We teach them how to, speak on a microphone, speak into the camera, how to engage gauge your audience online while playing the game at the same time. Some of our kids want to be shoutcasters, and so we teach them how to do that as well. So that goal level, we teach them all the additional, benefits that come along with these sports. So depending on how much, again, one of our gamers wants to learn and grow and how much a parent wants to provide, we have a membership that can help connect all of our members to what we do. Now, the great thing about all of our memberships is that although they provide you with the practice and the games, it also provides you with unlimited access to our facility. So you can come in whether you have practice or whether you have a game outside of that as much as you want. Almost like a gym membership, right? You can go to the gym to see your personal trainer on a certain day, but on those other days and times where you just want to go in and work out on your own, you can. And that's what our facility allows you to do. So it gives them unlimited access to the facility where they can come in, be in community with other gamers, connect with other gamers, and and then also have access to coaches as well. But the main reason why we did that, and Francis, you kind of mentioned this earlier, is to really help with the socializing side of it. We really want to encourage a lot of our gamers. Again, they can game at home, but a lot of times gaming at home in isolation by themselves is not always great for mental health. Being able to come into our facility, game with other gamers, have the chance to talk, connect, communicate, socialize with other gamers, it really helps improve not just their game skills, but also their mental health skills and their mental health well-being as well. So that's what we're really focused on.
One quick question. I know you won't be able to, give any specifics in terms of affordability. Like a lot of people, a lot of parents, enroll their kids in such, karate, in aspects of music, piano lessons, guitar lessons, whatever. Are you in that, range of affordability in terms of, is it like per hour, or can you describe to us like how it works for our audience and to, parents enrolling their kids or kids even wanting to, or teenagers wanting to come in and, inquire about this?
Yeah, so we're in that same range of what you would typically find for hiring a piano coach or hiring a personal trainer. Even the same price range as if you were to sign up for a karate studio or jiu-jitsu studio. We fall in, or it's so all those. So we did when we opened these, we did look at what those type of venues did. They typically charge to a youth. Someone who is within that youth age range. What was that fee? And so we fall right within that price range. We have memberships for the entire month that is as low as $100 a month and as high as $299 a month. But on the low end of $100 a month, it allows our kids still access to the facility unlimited. So the good news is that it's not, you don't pay on a daily basis, you don't pay on a weekly basis, you pay one fee a month. Yeah, you pay one fee a month, and it gives you access for the entire month to the facility.
So unlimited. They can come in any day and, have unlimited hours?
Yeah, as long as we're open. Yeah, we're
okay. Yeah,
so
during business hours, yeah.
Yeah, we're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it allows them to come in any time during those hours to have access to the venue.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So, yeah, pretty much, I think, I was pretty familiar enrolling my child into karate. It was roughly around $100-$200 per month, and it's up to them when they want to come in. They can come in every day, and during those times. But yours are like office hours, so you're open 8 hours, 10 hours a day, or?
Yeah, right now we're open 12 hours a day.
12 hours. There you go. Yeah. So that's you know, not just 1 hour per day. Just like karate lessons or piano lessons. It might sound more expensive in that end. While you have 12 hours they have access to on a daily basis. So
yeah,
and
6 days a week.
Yeah. Not only can they play, they 6 days a week. Yeah, not only can they play, they can also improve their social skills, and which affects a lot of teenagers' mental health.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, because gaming, again, there's good and bad with it, right? The great thing is you can play online, you can play with anyone across the world, you can play at any time. Where back in the day before the internet, I remember when I used to game, you would have to do it, when everyone else was available. If I wanted to play against, if I wanted to play against you, Francis, or Mia, in a game on the Nintendo, let's say we wanted to play Duck Hunt together back in the day, we didn't have online, so we would have to go over to someone's house. We would have to go over to their house at a certain time. Just to play against someone else. So it had to be, a lot of that had to be kind of like pre-arranged and planned to be able to make that happen. Now today, if I wanted to play with someone online, it takes seconds to not only connect to someone that I want to play with, but even if Francis, you weren't available, I can still find someone else to compete with. So not only does it afford me the time to be able to do it, but it also gives me many other people to play with. That's the good side. Now, the bad side is that because of the accessibility of people being able to play online, it kind of forced them into isolation where, I get to connect with you online, but we all know there's a difference between connecting with someone face-to-face versus connecting with someone online.
Yeah, you make friends at your what you call the arena is what you call it, right?
Yes, yeah, they do, and it's great to see when these kids come in. They spend more time interacting with each other and connecting with each other in person, sometimes than they actually do on the game. So it really does, as much as we are a training center, and you see a lot of these computers, we are actually a networking center where kids can now come in, connect, build relationships, hang out. But you're hanging with people who have similar, I would say, likeness, similar, I would say, things that they enjoy to do.
Similar interests. Yeah.
Similar interests, exactly. So it really makes it more of a community-friendly environment because everyone enjoys doing the same things.
Wow. So lastly, unless Mia has another question. Mia, do you have another question for Maurice?
I guess, can they bring their benefits home, like their logins home? They can.
Yeah, great question, Mia. We encourage every single one of our members to set up their own accounts, right? Because they have their own gaming profiles. That's how you grow your character or how you measure your growth is all on your gaming profile.
Right.
So we encourage all of our kids to have their own and build their own. It's great because they can log into their gaming profiles here. So if they already have a gaming profile at home, you can easily log into your gaming profile in our facility. And as they're developing and growing here, when they go back home, their new rankings, their new skills, some of the new skins that they unlock in the game all follows them. So they maintain. The great thing is they keep all that proprietary information for themselves.
All right. Yeah. Interesting. What happened to Francis?
I think we lost him.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I got disconnected there for a bit. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, good.
So, anyway, yeah. So, wow, that's great news because we've seen a lot of these teenagers, even adults, drastically declining their mental health. Within these last few, especially during COVID, and that we've adapted to just working from home, gaming online, and this is the ultimate solution to that. It's going out to the arenas, what you call your classrooms, right? Your arena is and solving that, and still maintaining your social skills with other people, and at the same time not sacrifice your ability or your skill to play.
Yeah. I mean, we really not only focus on the connectivity and the relationships that a lot of our members build with one another. We also focus on the relationship the gamer has with their parents. Back when I was young, it was common for me to go to my driveway and play basketball with my mom or with my dad, or go in the backyard and play catch with mom and dad. But today, because a lot of kids aren't doing that, they're gaming. And what's happening is that parents aren't picking up the controller and playing Fortnite with their kids, or they're not picking up the controller and playing Minecraft with them. So in some cases, parents are losing a little bit of that opportunity to connect and get to know your child. And the best way to know your child is to meet them where they're at. Sometimes we got to meet them in their space. A lot of times we want to force our kids to meet them in our space, but again, kids don't like our spaces. Like if I had my kids sit down and watch a movie that I like, he might not want to sit there. But if I sat there and watched a movie that he or she liked, then I get to see their interest and what excites them. And so what we try to do what we do here once a month is we host a family game night. And so family game night, we bring the gamers and we bring the parents all together. But during that family game night, our coaches focus on helping the parents, not the kids. So we teach our parents how to play Fortnite. We teach our parents how to play Minecraft. But we give them the coaching so then that way they not only learn how to play against their kids, but now they're starting to enjoy how to play the game. And now some of our parents actually compete with their kids on a weekly basis, which is good. So it's great to see us now start to develop these activities for parents that helps them build a better relationship with their kids. And kind of to your point, not only does the socializing here inside the venue help with the mental health, but also us working with the parents to play with them more online or play with them more in these games helps them with their mental health at home as well. So it takes a village to really help heal the mind and grow the mind.
Yeah, that's very helpful because sometimes when I was raising my child, we used to play the family computer Nintendo, right? And the Nintendo Mario and stuff like that, and you'd always try to be competitive with them, and nowadays I don't even understand the kind of games that they play anymore. So it's like, oh man, it's like I only know Mario.
Yeah, we play some.
They don't play that.
Yeah, in some of the game nights, we do bring out some of the classics. So we might pull out the old Nintendo, or the original Nintendo, or the original Sega, and play some of those games. And there's some game nights we do board games. So we do change the different activities each family game night, because I think it's also important for our kids to learn how the past created what we see now here in the present. And so it's always good for our kids to see what before there was Mario Kart, there was Super Mario Brothers, right? Before there was League of Legends, there was Monopoly. Like there's all these like before some of these games you're playing today. There was something before that, and so we like to show our kids that as well.
You skipped Atari.
Yeah, Mario Kart's so fun.
No, you skipped Atari.
Oh, yeah, this.
Oh, yeah.
I used to have an Atari, so
Yeah.
did not mean to skip Atari.
Yeah, Atari, and then there was another one. There's another one actually.
Yeah,
Where you
ColecoVision. It was ColecoVision, Atari, Dreamcast,
Dreamcast, Sega,
yeah.
Game and Watch.
Nintendo.
There's Game and
NES,
Watch
Game
too.
Boy. Yeah. Game and Watch.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Name it. Yeah, the old school ones. They're coming back in HDMI though. It's
Yeah.
just a small chip you attach to your TV now, so
Yeah.
you can play all those games.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that's a good point. So what kind of platform are you using? Is it PC, PlayStation? What do you use in your arena?
Yeah, so another great question. In our arena, we have 41 PCs. And so we teach and train our kids on how to compete on a PC. Now, we do have PlayStations, we do have Xbox, we do have Nintendo Switches, all in our venue. Because we do understand it takes time for someone to transition from a console and the controllers on that console to an actual keyboard and mouse and onto the PC. So we do help them with that transition. But the goal is to move all of our members from the console to the PC and controller and mouse. And one of the main reasons why for that is a lot of the games that you compete in around the esports industry has to be competed on a keyboard and mouse because that's what's universal. And so that's what we help train our kids on, so then that way when they are competing in these tournaments, and these tournaments are cash money tournaments, and when they get there, they can only compete on keyboard or mouse. It's not a shock to them. We want them to be comfortable with that. Plus, once they learn what you can do on a keyboard and mouse compared to what you can do on a controller is night and day. There's a lot more advantages, a lot more precision, a lot more tactics you can use on a keyboard and mouse. So we always find once a kid goes to keyboard and mouse, they typically don't want to go back to controller.
Yeah. Strategies and all those techniques, and you use a lot of skill there with the keyboard and mouse, controlling a lot of the other stuff, So, yeah. Well, before we go into our next segment, Mia, do you have a final question for Mr. Morris there?
Nope, that's it. He answered all my
All right,
questions.
Very good, very well. Well, more power to Mr. Morris Jackson and Valhallan Esports there. So our next segment is our joke time. Are you ready with your other joke, Mr. Morris?
I think I am, yes. You want me to start off with the joke?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
It's
so
your turn.
why did the math book look sad?
Why did the math book look fat?
Sad.
Yeah, why did the math book look sad?
Fat.
Sad, S-A-D, sad.
Sad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Not so sure. I don't know. Mia knows it.
No, why?
It had too many problems.
Ah,
That's right. All right, Mia, next. You're up.
my joke is about sports. Why did the football coach go to the bank? Why? Why did the football coach go to the bank? Anyone?
No clue.
Anyone?
I have no
I don't
clue.
know, yeah.
He wanted his quarterback.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Well, I have a sports joke too.
What?
So, why do NBA players look so cool in the court?
Why?
Why?
Because they got so many fans, right? They're so cool.
I love these
They got
cats.
so many fans. All right, Mr. Morris Jackson, more power to you and Valhalla and Esports.
Yeah.
So, to our audience, stay tuned or keep on track with Mr. Morris here and his company. If you have, kids who are interested in, enrolling your kids and even young adults, go into and try out their facility there, their arena. So,
Yeah.
so what they call it. Come and we'll post in your information on our podcast here. Morris, thank you once again. Thank you
You're
once
welcome.
again for.
And then let your
coming.
listeners and viewers know, anyone who comes in and mentions that they heard about us from your channel, we will give them 25% off for life on their memberships.
Oh, life.
Oh wow, there you go. Look at that. So
Yeah.
let's thank PHLV Radio and Buhay Bahayan here for inviting Mr. Morris. They will give you, Valhalla will give you 25% discount for life.
For life. Yeah.
Not 20, but 25%. Wow, thank you so much.
Until they're 18.
Thank you so much, Mr. Morris, for what you do for Valhalla and for the community and for the kids and for everybody's mental health there. So
You're welcome. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
I appreciate this.
thank you so much. Have a good one.
You too.
See
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.